Sometimes it's not actually a big mystery why he didn't call you back. What you've actually done is a couple of things on a first date to turn him off. What I want to do in this video is give you 9 things that you might be doing that you're not even aware of that are having the wrong effect and essentially having running for the hills. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Renee Slansky. I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, and I help women from around the world build the love life they desire and deserve. Now, I just want to say apologies on a side note. I know that I haven't posted a video for quite some time. I've been so flat out with new students and programs and projects and maybe procrastinating a little bit. So the first thing that I want you to do is, of course, click the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, and put a thanks Renee down below if you really appreciate my advice that I am giving you. All right, let's talk about first dates. The things that we actually do that we're not really aware of that are having the opposite effect of what we actually want. When we go on a first date, we want to make sure that we're setting the right impression, that we're coming across as the best version of ourselves, and that essentially we're setting ourselves up to have a second date with that guy. Now, the tips that I'm about to give you in this video are really kind of simple things that you can be mindful of straight away. And these are the sort of tips that I gave one of my students to do, and she instantly had a massive difference in the dates that she actually had lined up. The first one is arriving late or making him wait. Recently, there was this article on Facebook about if a man turns up to a date that you should make him wait 20 minutes in the car before you come out and get into the car and drive to the date. Because by doing that, you're able to see if he's serious about you or not. Can I just say that that is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard? And if any of my male clients came to me and said, Renee, she made me wait 20 minutes on purpose just to see if I was worthy or not, I would actually tell that male client to go and date another woman who actually understands that man's value. Making him wait on purpose, it doesn't actually give you any indication of what his character is like. All it does is paint you in this picture that you are a little bit selfish and self-entitled. So girls, we want to make sure that if we are having a date with a guy, that we try and be on time. You essentially want him to make you feel like a priority, right? Which is normal. That's what dating is. But you have to communicate to him as well that you're ready to put in that effort as well and also make him a priority. And one of the simplest ways that you can actually do that is be on time. So if you know that you're going to run late for this first date, it's like a wrap. Then what I suggest is that you communicate to him, text him, hey, I'm so sorry, something's come up unexpected, I'll be 5 minutes late. As long as you're able to communicate that to him, what it does is it makes you come across really respectful and will put him in a good mood when he sees you. Number 2, don't talk about exes. Now, this is something that I did once, and all I did was talk about my ex. I talked about the relationship that didn't work out and how in love I was with this guy and blah, blah, blah. And I think I end up even crying to him. Ladies, if you start talking about your ex to a brand new guy, then straight away he's not going to want to be investing in you further. We shouldn't be punishing our present dates with what's happened in our past or dragging our past baggage into the person that we're starting to try and build something with right now. Talking about exes in a relationship or when you're dating someone isn't really necessary. And if you end up talking about your ex, it should be just a really light sort of context, and it shouldn't be something where you start oversharing your emotions and your feelings, because what that will do is it'll send a signal to this new guy that you're not over your ex, or you're really bitter and resentful and basically you haven't let go, and so he's probably going to think, well, this isn't the girl for me. Number 3, asking him how much money he makes. Yeah. I have seen girls do this, and can I just say, number 1, it's not really any of your business, and number 2, what somebody makes doesn't determine whether or not you're going to be compatible with them. It doesn't determine or not whether or not they're going to be a great partner or treat you right. And what they make doesn't even determine whether or not they're going to be generous with that money or if you're going to be a part of whatever their financial status is. Now, I do believe that we should talk about money and finance, but not on a first date. And definitely not until you've actually gotten into a committed relationship with the guy and you're really starting to work out, Are you on the same page when it comes to spending habits and expectations and things like that? Basically, if you do that, you could come across as a gold digger. Number 4, getting drunk or losing control. If you are somebody that gets really nervous on a first date, so you tend to throw back a few, then what I suggest is put yourself in an environment where you're not feeling tempted to be able to do that. First dates, I believe, should be more sort of on the casual side, whether it's going for a walk and getting a coffee. If you're going on a date that involves some sort of alcohol, then limit yourself to only 2 drinks. Have 1 glass of wine, then have 1 water, then have another glass of wine. What that does is it means that you're able to still be in control of your emotions, your actions, your thought process, because we all know when we drink too much alcohol, it can make us do things that we don't want to do, or it can make us come across in a way that we don't actually want to be perceived. Number 5, turning it into an interview process. Okay, ladies, so I have another video coming out which is all about the sort of conversations that you should ask a guy or questions you should ask a guy rather on a first date. But what you want to do is, yes, you want to ask questions, but you don't want to turn it into like an interview, a husband interview, because he's going to feel really uncomfortable, he's going to feel too much pressure, and it's not going to make you come across like you're there for the right reasons. I get it, you don't want to waste time on the wrong guy, and that's why I'm doing this other video on what questions to ask a guy, because if you know what questions to ask him, you can actually work out a lot about him by his answers even on the first date without actually having to drill him or give him a questionnaire to fill out. Keep it casual, keep it fun, girls. You are there just to get to know him on a surface level on a first date to work out if you even want to have a second date with him. Number 6, acting bored. Ladies, if you don't show a man that you're interested and excited by the fact that he's there and doing things for you, it's going to come across that you are either a really boring person, that you're not interested in him, or maybe even a little bit disrespectful. Now, even if you are bored with the guy, because sometimes we go on dates and, this is not the right person, and so we do get bored, I suggest that, you don't want to actually allow that to come across in your face and actions. What I suggest is, trying to minimize the time that you actually spend together, but still, smile, still make eye contact, still act like someone that is respecting the person in front of you. If you feel that, okay, I'm going to be really mysterious, so I'm going to act like I'm not interested, you're doing yourself a disservice. You can still be mysterious without looking like you have resting bitch face or that you're just totally bored by what it is that he's saying. So make sure that you're interactive, again, with your questions, with your eye contact, with your smile, so that you can actually communicate to him that you enjoy his company. Now, this actually brings me to a point. I have a free guide called Are You Dateable? Because I think a lot of the times what we do is we go on these dates with these men and we wonder why it doesn't actually work out. And a lot of the time it's because we're not actually ready to date. Whether you have self-sabotaging patterns, whether you don't understand, what it is that men want, or maybe you're just not in the right mindset. If you want to get that, all you need to do is simply click the link up above, or you can click the link in the description down below. Number 7, acting self-entitled or disrespectful. One of the easiest ways to actually turn a man off is to come across from a point of ego. Now, when I talk about ego, I think a lot of the times we think, men and ego. Well, women, we can have ego just as much as men, where we sit back and we expect them to do everything, pay for everything, and we don't show our appreciation or affirmation of who they are and what they're actually doing for us. So you want to make sure that on a date that you're still showing that you're putting in that equal effort, that you're appreciating what he's actually doing for you. If he buys you a drink, say thank you. If he pays for the meal, say thank you, and of course offer to also contribute to the bill. Don't just sit back and wait for him to do everything like he owes it to you. He doesn't owe you anything and you don't owe him anything, but this is about 2 people trying to actually come across again as the best version of yourself, romance each other, so you can actually be 2 people wanting to give instead of just sitting back and wanting to take all the time. And I will say this, one of the major things that men actually love about a woman is when a woman shows him respect. Number 8, coming across too serious. Ladies, dates should be fun. They should be exciting. They should be something that you actually look forward to rather than dreading. And if you're dreading dating, then all I can say is you're doing something wrong, because it's not meant to be like that. And as I said, download my guide and you'll work out why you're actually getting stuck in dates. One of the things that men actually look for when they go on a first date is, do I actually enjoy being in the company of this woman? Am I having fun with her? Does she make me laugh? Does she make me feel good? That's why we go on dates, right? Because we actually want to feel good when we're with that person. So if you're coming across too serious because you're not, laughing at any jokes, or you're talking about really in-depth sort of conversation that really has its time and place, then he's basically going to either friend zone you or see you as someone that isn't able to give him that excitement, fun, and adventure that men essentially want in the initial stages of dating. And lastly, number 9, not making an effort with your appearance. Okay, girls, some of us are into makeup, some of us aren't. But essentially, you have to remember that going on a first date isn't just about, you being your authentic self. It's also about understanding, well, what do men want and what are they going to respond to? And the truth is, men are very visual, and they want to go on a date with a girl and see her as, I'm attracted to her physically because she looks fine and hot. So what I suggest is, actually putting some effort into your appearance. Now, whether that is, going out and buying a new outfit, or simply doing something little that you don't normally do. And remember, girls, this is how men work, and we expect the man to look good on the first date, so we have to do the same. Alright girls, hope that those tips actually helped you. Let me know if they have. If they have, put down in the comments down below. Thanks, Renee. Don't forget to download my free guide, Are You Dateable? And also, if you are a woman who is in the season of dating or navigating a relationship and you're not really sure and you want some extra help, then I want you to join my free Facebook group. Now, this Facebook group is called Worth the Wait. It is totally free. I do live Q&As in there every single Tuesday. Until next time, have an amazing day. Thanks for being patient with me getting more videos on my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.